Welcome back, folks. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We're here, and I got all the picks. But we're not talking about some lousy football game. No, we're talking about, I don't know if you'll be able to see this text like the 98th Academy Awards. We are 5 weeks out, I think we're 5 weeks out, and I have not kept up as much as I have in years past this year. I just haven't been as into it. I think it's because the Pats, like my football teams have been better. They've been in the playoffs, and I've had that to worry about because my focus needs to be on that. The team needs my full attention, and it has paid off thus far. But I got to lock back in on the Oscars for these next 5 weeks. Football season's over. We got to focus on what's more important. One thing I have been keeping half an eye on, while not following who's been winning, like the favorites, who's been the favorites in the awards, not following along the award season. I have been looking at the odds here and there, and that's something that I'm always interested in. Betting on the Oscars I think it's something that you can actually make money on. You can't. I mean, obviously you can't make money betting on anything, but I don't think they really know how to put the odds up for these movies, especially before the season starts. This is something that I wanted to do, or I would have wanted to do 5 months ago, around like September, because you get juicy odds early on in the season. Now, obviously, we're 5 weeks out, where 75% of the reward season. There's not much left to decide, even like 90% through. So they have a better idea. You won't be able to steal much this close. But next year, leading up to next Oscars, I'm going to be doing more of these, and it's almost like investing in the stock market, because there was a time where you could have gotten Sinners at 20-1, and I don't like bet on the Oscars. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't put it in. Sinners was 20-1. One battle after another was 12-1 at the same time. And it was like, what was the favorite? It was Wicked was up. I think Wicked was the favorite. And like Sentimental Value and Hamnet was up there, but at like 6-1. But these movies were like 12-1, 20-1. And you really could have made some money if Tiana Taylor and Amy Madigan were long shots. It's something that I've had my eye on. I was checking around like September, the film festivals, and the odds back then were juicy. I wish I had done one of these back then. I wish I had screenshots, and I wish I had proof, but nevertheless, here we go. These odds are from yesterday. I printed them out when I went through them. Might have changed after the DGAs last night, but whatever. I'll start from the back. You don't want to start with picture. Don't want to blow our load, folks. Best visual effects is Avatar. That's minus 1,100. No, not worth putting money on F1 or even Sinners. If you feel like lighting money on fire, you can put it on the Lost Bus or Jurassic World, but moving on. Best sound, again, I mean, F1 feels like a lock. A lot of these I'm going to be like, but you could always bet on Sinners. F1's minus 600. And you know what, folks? I forgot to introduce this. We got the Critics Circle's scoreboard. This is every single award that's been given out by every single Critics Circle in America, not individually written down, but how many have gone to which movies. As you can see, best sound, F1, 7, Sinners, 3, Seurat, 3, One Battle After Another, and Frankenstein have not gotten any wins throughout it. F1 has won 7 of the... Let's get this in front of me. F1 has won 7 of the 16, which isn't the craziest. It's not a runaway favorite, so you always could go with Sinners. No, actually, not worth putting money on Sinners, but it's worth putting money on Seurat at 22-1. I might put that in after this. I might just put $5 on that, because the sound of that movie is what carries it. And I could definitely see F1, like all the other ones. F1 has great sound too. F1 should win, but Seurat is interesting there. Seurat at 22-1 for best sound. I'm going to circle it. Production design, Frankenstein, minus 550. The scoreboard this year. Of the 25 awards, Frankenstein's won 21 and Sinners has won 4. And then Frankenstein won the critics. I mean, Sinners is always going to be... It's like right behind Frankenstein and all these little technical ones. All the bottom of the line ones. It's worth putting a flyer. I mean, if you're a complete degenerate, I guess, and want to get 5-1 there is not bad. But it's really not worth it. I don't know who in God's name is putting money on that. Let me go through. Actually, Yeah, no, that's a complete waste of time. That's going to be Frankenstein at minus 550. If you're a billionaire and you want to want some free money, do that. Original score, Sinners minus 1250. I mean, damn it. I don't know where anything's written on here. I didn't even write the score. Sinners is minus 1250. Ludwig Göransson is like the new John Williams and just wins every... I don't know if John Williams actually won just every time, but Göransson definitely deserves it, and he will win every time. He won for Black Panther. He swept. He swept for Oppenheimer. He swept for... He's going to sweep this year, and he's going to sweep for the Odyssey next year. It's an insane run that he's already on. And then what's he going to have after that? I don't know. The guy's the man. He's weird, but he's great at his job. Makeup and hairstyling. Frankenstein at minus 700. Again, feels like a lock. What do we got? It's won 8 of the 9 that have been given out at the critic circles, with Sinners winning the other. Smashing Machine at 12-1. A flyer, but the odds aren't really good enough. You might even be able to get better odds as it gets closer. This cut off weird. Editing. One Battle After Another is only minus 180, which I think is very interesting. F1 is plus 170, so it's between the two of them. I mean, One Battle After Another, those are the best odds you're going to get on anything besides one of the actors. One of the male actors, even. And if it's going to do the sweep, if it's going to do picture, director, screenplay, I don't know what the casting odds are. Is casting on here? Yeah, they don't even know how to handicap casting. Maybe it is on here. But if it's going to do the sweep, that's one that it's going to get. I might put money on that as well. One Battle After Another at minus 180. I probably won't, because betting on something at minus odds, especially in the Oscars, feels really dumb. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I would do that if I was a gambler myself. Costume design, Sinners at 14-1 is just juicy. Frankenstein's won 16 of the 19 critic circles. Not every critic circles does the smaller awards. They all do picture. They all do variations of actor, actress, screenplay, director, but not all of them do the bottom of the lines one. That's why the numbers are off. Costume design, like I said, Frankenstein minus 900. It's won 16 of 19. That's what, 82% or something like that. That's crazy, but 14-1 is worth it, I think. It's worth putting some money on. Avatar, I don't know why it's nominated. Marty Supreme is my win. I would have Marty Supreme winning. Or Frankenstein. But Marty Supreme is great. 22-1, not worth it though. Sinners, 14-1, best costume design. Cinematography, I feel like that's Sinners. What's it gonna look like? Train Dream, Sinners at minus 180. It's won 33 of the 47 awards that have been given out. I mean, what? 11, that's like 70%. And it's only minus 180. I don't know. As we get more into this over the years, I'll know what these really mean. But these, I mean, that's got to mean something. But minus 180, cut off for storage. But, I mean, Sinners at minus 180 for cinematography is the best odds you're going to get. Outside of, unless you're going for like an under, no, it's not the best ones. That was really stupid. There's a lot of like Sinners number 2. This is one of the Sinners wins, in my opinion. One Battle After Another should win at plus 340. I just don't see it winning. Train Dreams, I would be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I would be surprised. It's just stepping into the ring with the two titans. You know? Critics went to cinematography. Or went to Train Dreams. Let's look at what that's done. Of course I didn't write down cinematography for this Critics' Choice Awards. Oh no, I did. I wrote it for 1. Who knows? Maybe I'm an idiot, but Sinners at minus 180 feels like really good odds. Animated feature, not worth it. K-pop Demon Hunters is going to win. Minus 1250. Original screenplay. The screenplays both feel locked up. For original, where are we? Where the hell are we? Sinners has won 30 of the 33. And it's minus 370. That's like, for a lock, those aren't bad odds, right? I don't know. Number 2 is It Was Just an Accident, plus 650. Then Marty Supreme at plus 650. I don't see Marty Supreme winning that. I don't see it was just an accident winning that. That's obviously Sinners. That's like free money. That's a free money glitch. And if it loses, screenshot it, send it to me, and we'll pay you back if it loses. Adapted screenplay, one battle after another is minus 1,000. That's won 32 of the 35 awards. Begonia's won 1. Hamnet and Train Dreams have also won 1. That's a lock. That's not even worth it. That's the package. It's going screenplay, director, picture. International feature, I really like The Secret Agent at plus 170. I don't know if that's changed. I don't know how long that's going to be the underdog. That might have even changed since yesterday. I don't think anything happened yesterday that would have changed it, but sentimental value minus 185 as the favorite. It's won 21 times on the critics groups. It was just an accident. It's won 18. The Secret Agent's won 6. But, Wagner Moore is a big contender for actor. He's like number 2, number 3 in my opinion. He's been getting some win for actor. And I don't know, the momentum's there. Uncle Mo's in the back seat. What do we got? Critics and Globes International went to Secret Agent. I wish I had the recency groups. Like the groups order, the critics groups by who won when. I don't have international on here. That's kind of ridiculous. Whatever. I like the Secret Agent there. I just do. Obviously, Stellan Skarsgård's a player for supporting actor, the favorite even, and that's for sentimental value. But, sorry, I like the Secret Agent. And now to the good stuff. The top of the line. I guess international is too. Supporting actor, Stellan Skarsgård, minus 210. I don't love that at all. He won the Globe. The Globe tends to lead more international. Who else was nominated for the Globe? I didn't write it. Everyone was nominated for the Globe. It was the usual suspects, but that's Elordi, Del Toro, Penn, Sandler, whatever. I just don't see... Oh, I have it written down. Lindo, I think, and Caton. I don't see Skarsgård winning this one. I see it going to Benicio Del Toro. I think that he's going to win. He's plus 750. I find that crazy. I'm going to put $10 on that after this. I'm not going to. I'm declaring so much stuff, and I'm not going to do any of this. I really like that. I like that a lot. He's won 21 times. Let's just go to the scoreboard. 21 times of the 51. That's number 1. Sean Penn's 111. Skarsgård's 111. Elordi 5. Lindo 3. Let's go to this. Supporting actor at the Golden Globes. They've gotten it right 4 of the last 5 years. The one they got wrong. This is good stuff. Cody Smith McPhee. The one they got wrong was the only year that it was like a debate. Critics, 5 for 5. Yeah, and they nailed them all. Supporting actor has been a runaway favorite for the last 5 years. Daniel Kaluuya, Kieran Culkin, Robert Downey Jr., and Ke Huy Quan. Not in that order. But this year, it's a big race. It's the juiciest. I think it's the tightest because you could see any of the 5 winning. Delroy Lindo winning would be incredible. And, I mean, he won't, but that would really be something. I like my pick there is Benicio Del Toro at plus. He's my pick anyway, but the fact that he's plus 750 just makes it very juicy. And I think he should win. So there's a little bias there. But Jacob Elordi at 10-1. You can't sniff at that either. He won the critics. The critics are 5 for 5. Yeah, he won the critics. The critics also gave it to Amy Madigan, who's plus 430 for supporting actress. Teyana Taylor minus 290. Let's go to the scoreboard. Teyana Taylor's won 9 times. Inga Ipsdottir-Lilias has won 9 times. Wunmi Masaku's won 9 times. Amy Madigan's won 33 times. That's 33 out of 60 times. No. Yeah. So you can't really sniff at that. Teyana Taylor won the Globe. She's minus money. She's in the movie that's going to win Picture, director, actor, or screenplay. You would think it's going to win an acting award because that has to happen almost, but I have it winning actor. And I'm going to go with Madigan. It's the only nomination for the movie, but I don't know. I feel like that's happened before. I'm lying. None of those last 5. It's definitely happened before, with the only movie being the only nomination being a win for an acting category. Angela Bassett almost won, so that had other nominations. Whatever. I like Amy Madigan at plus 430. I think those are really juicy odds. Actor. Timothée Chalamet minus 400, not worth it. Leonardo DiCaprio plus 650. I just don't see that. Michael B. Jordan 9-1. Wagner Moore 12-1. If Sinners is gonna win, I feel like Michael B. Jordan has to win. Coogler's got to win. There's bad PR for Chalamet. Like there's bad for Marty Supreme, bad press for the last couple weeks. But I mean, I feel like that's just like a Twitter thing. Chalamet has won 21 times, but he's really started to pick up steam as we've gone on. He won the Critics. He won the Globe. He's won 21 times. Jordan's won 17, and then it goes Hawk, DiCaprio, Mora 873. Let's look at the scorecards. The Critics have gotten it right 3 of the last 5 years, and the Globes have gotten it right. The category he won has never had, the last 5 years, it has not had a winner in comedy, Best Actor Comedy, and that's what he won at the Globes. And Best Actor in a Drama, I'm lost, has won 3 times. How many of those were Runaways? I know Cillian Murphy was. Chadwick Boseman was, but he didn't actually end up winning. Will Smith was a sweep. And Brody was not a sweep, but like a favorite. So they both hit Brody. No. They didn't. They both hit Brody, Smith, and then one of them got Murphy, and the other one got... The hell did the other one? Oh, Frasier. Critics. And they both went to Chalamet, is what I'm saying. I don't know what I was saying there. I just kind of wasted my time looking at all that. Yeah, they've been shaky at this category at best. It's usually a tough category to predict. And this is the safest year that it's been in... No. Yeah, it's the safest it's been, I think, in recent memory. But I need a haircut again. Chalamet feels like a safe win. I can't, in good consciousness, recommend one of those other ones. But if I was, I would say Michael B. Jordan at 9-1. Wagner Moore at 12-1. Wishful thinking. Actress, Jessie Buckley minus 2,000. Rose Byrne plus 800. Buckley won both the Critics and the Globe, but Byrne also won the Globe for comedy or musical. And at the Critics groups, 34-19, Buckley with Stone having won. And that's it for that category. Renata Reinsva, Jesus Christ, where did you go? She was like the favorite for a while. And you could have won some money on this, like a while ago. The one that I do in September is going to make a lot of people millionaires for the 99th. Rose Byrne at 8-1 is obviously the only play here. She has a chance. She's got a better chance than Michael B. Jordan at 9-1, just like looking around. And then I feel like she has a better chance at the other movies. Like if you're looking for a big underdog, that's the biggest one that I feel best about, besides Del Toro. Yeah, the whole thing. The one flyer I'd say, that's more of a flyer than an underdog I like. It's Rose Byrne. Director is locked up for Paul Thomas Anderson, minus 1,100. Ryan Coogler at 8-1. It's better odds than you're going to get on Picture for plus 320 with Sinners. It has a much better chance, obviously. But I feel like if it's going to win one, it's going to win both. Like, it's got to steal them both. It has no chance here. But if you wanted, again, like a flyer, it's not worth it at 8-1. And Picture. The favorite is One Battle After Another at minus 300. The reason Paul Thomas Anderson's a lock is because he's won the Critics' Choice Awards, the Globe, and the Directors Guild. And the Directors Guild is like a large portion of the voting body for that award, votes for the Oscars, and whatever. So that's over. Don't waste your money on any other thing there. Picture. Sinners at One Battle After Another at minus 300. Sinners at plus 320. Handmaid at 12-1. Marty Supreme 22-1. Sentimental value 33 to 1, and then that kind of drops off 45 to 1 and up for the rest. The scoreboard, One Battle After Another is 135, Sinners is 120, Hamnet, Train Dreams, and Marty Supreme have each won 1. And then Critics' Choice went to One Battle After Another. Best Picture Drama at the Globes went to Hamnet. Comedy went to One Battle After Another. And Paul Thomas Anderson is going to win Director. So that all adds up to minus 300 being not terrible odds. If you wanted to just hammer that, sure, go for it. That's almost another free money thing. But can I call that free money if I don't hate Sinners at plus 320? When does Oscar voting start? If Oscar voting's already started, it's over. Because Uncle Mo is gone. It's with One Battle After Another. Where do I have this written down? Okay. Oscar nominations. Oscar voting begins in 2 weeks. So we have some time, 2.5 weeks. So I don't hate either of those, really. What a gutless move saying I don't hate the minus 300 or the plus 320. What a loser. Hammered at 12 to 1. Does it have a chance? No. It does, but I would not recommend that at all. I mean, I'm really not giving you anything here on my take on the Best Picture race. But what I'm saying is, what is my take? I think these are the best odds you're going to get on One Battle After Another. But Sinners... So wait, yeah, that's my take. If you want to just hammer One Battle After Another, those odds are only going to go to like minus 500, 600, I think. Because there's not much in between now in the Oscars. We got the DGAs, we got the Spirit Awards, which does it, the BAFTAs. So in the next 2 weeks, those aren't going to change. They might swing in One Battle After Another's favor even more. So I would just say hold out for Sinners and maybe sprinkle it before the BAFTAs. And the BAFTAs could decide it all. Like if One Battle After Another sweeps the BAFTAs. But Sinners isn't a BAFTAs movie. And I say that because I think the British people are more racist. Like just shamelessly. I think it's more olden times over there. They just don't, they tend to go more with British and the white folk. So I think if you wait for after the BAFTAs and before the SAGs, and then you hammer Sinners, because Sinners is only going to go to like 9 to 1, 10 to 1 maybe even after the BAFTAs, 6 to 1, 7 to 1 maybe, 750, whatever. But before the SAGs, before March 1st and after February 22nd, in that week, that's when we're going to really hammer Sinners. That's what, not actually, but that's what I would recommend. And we'll come back then and talk about it after the BAFTAs, maybe. Yeah, we will. We'll talk about the odds and the whole thing with BAFTAs. Thanks for watching, folks, if you did. Next year, I'm going to be much better. I'm going to be much better with this. I'm going to start off the first time I see these odds. I'm going to do better just covering the whole award season. I've not begun digging into it, but my ears are perked up with, they're always perked up with what's going to be the contenders next year. I might even start looking at that now. I'm ready to start doing my first groundwork for the Oscars next year. Next year's going to be better, but keep watching, and we'll have more coverage as we get closer to the big day, folks. I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching.